A former Somerset police captain has gone from filing charges to being charged.
And Big Blue fans are wondering which UK Wildcats team they will see on the court tomorrow in the SEC tournament.
Les, welcome back. Showers to the region as we head through tonight. The latest on how long they stick around as Mountain News at 6 starts now.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News at 6.
A retired Somerset police officer is facing serious criminal allegations.
Captain Mike Carell left the department last year, and several months after his retirement, Kentucky State Police were contacted to start an investigation.
As WYMT's Phil Pendleton reports, that investigation resulted in a multi-count indictment.
Captain Mike Carell retired late last year after serving 20 years in law enforcement.
I've known him to be an outstanding police officer, a man of integrity.
But in November of last year, close to about the same time that he retired, up to January, on at least 11 different times, he's accused of breaking into the Somerset Energy Center, which houses City Hall and the police department. He's facing 22 counts, everything from burglary to theft and drug-related charges involving meth trafficking and possession and abuse of public trust.
Once we became aware of what appeared to be criminal activity, we brought this information forward to the Kentucky State Police.
There actually was a similar but unrelated case within the Pulaski County Sheriff's Office. But to be clear, we are told that the case of $20,000 missing from the Pulaski County Sheriff's Office is not connected to this case.
An overall problem in the law enforcement community.
But Carell's attorney questions why his client is facing charges and no one else is.
Are there issues that need to be addressed? Certainly, but we believe that they should be addressed holistically, and no one department should be singled out, and no one officer should be alone bear the responsibility for things that are going on.
Somerset's police chief says the indictment sends a message.
I think in today's climate, it's as important as it's ever been for police officers to hold each other accountable. And that's what we've done here.
Carell was arrested but was released from jail after posting a $100,000 bond. In Pulaski County, Phil Pendleton, WYMT Mountain News.
The indictment does not say when Carell will be in court to answer to the charges.
Kentucky Republican gubernatorial candidate Eric Deters pleaded guilty to 3 misdemeanor charges after he was accused of chasing his juvenile nephew with a truck and harassing him over the phone. Deters pleaded guilty Wednesday to charges of menacing, harassing communications, and criminal trespassing in Kenton County District Court, according to the county attorney's office. The court sentenced Deters to 90 days in prison on each count to be run consecutively for a total of 270 days in jail. The sentence was conditionally discharged for the next 2 years. Police arrested 29-year-old Travis McKee of London Monday night after they say he left a 10-month-old home alone while he went to the store. Police say they spotted a car turning into the Finley Trailer Park quickly. Officers say they followed the driver home and say he had trouble standing up and keeping his balance when he got out of the car. Police say his speech was slurred and he smelled like alcohol. When they took him into custody, he told them he had left a baby inside alone. Police entered the unlocked home to find the child crying in its baby bed. Child Protective Services was called to come and get the child. McKee is facing several charges. Addiction recovery organizations gathered not only to address issues, but to find solutions as they battle substance abuse.
WYMT's Chandler Wilcox has the key talking points that specialists pushed today at an event in Barberville.
Speakers lined up to discuss the opioid epidemic. Operation Unite's Nancy Hale listed off statistics, including a 15% increase of deadly overdoses in Kentucky last year. 70% of those involved fentanyl. But on Thursday, identifying the problem was not the only mission for those in attendance.
We're not just hair on fire from the fentanyl problem. There actually are solutions that are being applied.
One of the solutions is finding careers that decrease the chance for relapse.
Having an economic opportunity by having a job where they can not only support themselves but be on a career pathway is as important as anything we've done, and the people that have done the best are the ones that have done that.
Robinson also preached getting people fighting addiction out of spiritual poverty.
Poverty has rejection. Poverty leads to despair.
I turned to alcohol to cope with life. And the only thing that I've found that has been able to replace the alcohol that gives me a place to turn when the storms of life hit is my faith.
Spirituality is one of many things keynote speaker Jeff Wilson listed in Recovery Capital, a list of potentially important features in recovery.
Music, drumming, chanting, meditation, guided imagery.
Getting a sponsor, going to meetings, a doctor, a nurse, how they take care of themselves physically, getting insurance, transportation, things they might not necessarily see as a big piece of their recovery. This is another way for them to look at it that I think really helps them.
Organizations are trying to go beyond lectures and into active recovery techniques. In Barberville, Chandler Wilcox, WYMT Mountain News.
Hundreds also joined the conference virtually. The event was hosted at Union College for the second year.
Well, low pressure heading toward the region tonight will increase the chance for showers as we head later on. Until then, the clouds continue and the mild air as well. 63 as we look at downtown Somerset at this hour. Quiet conditions continue. London Corbett Airport got some darker clouds moving in from the west, but so far so good. Nothing immediately falling from the sky yet. Temperatures remain in the middle and upper 50s as you head toward the Big Sandy, in the low 60s as you head into the Cumberland Valley. We're mostly clear right now, but a couple of showers, maybe some sprinkles there near La Follette over toward places like Claiborne County there in southern parts of Bell County, southern parts of Whitley County. Much of this not reaching the ground, but still something to watch very closely as these showers push on into the region over the next few hours. Tonight, those showers with us, mid-40s for those overnight lows. Details on when we see a return to some sunshine in a few, guys.
Thank you, Evan. A question which has been on the minds of every UK fan this season is which team will show up.
And also which player is going to rise to the occasion.
Brian Milam is in Nashville and discusses one such player in our Big Blue coverage.
John Calipari revolutionized college basketball recruiting when he instituted the one-and-done system at Memphis and then certainly at Kentucky. And in the recent years, Cal has gone to the transfer portal to make this ball club what it is and to blend the older guys with the youth movement. Now, last year it was Oscar who made a dramatic impact, and this season Antonio Reeves has really been the outside punch the Cats have needed. Reeves had a career-high 37 against Arkansas, and he is as confident now as he ever has been.
I made a good choice, I made a good move, and I'm so happy to be here. This is a great opportunity for me, and just to have my career high on Saturday, it means a lot to me, So, just being able to I have that ability to come off the dribble, off pick and rolls, and being confident in that pull-up shot and floaters. At first I wasn't that confident in it, no more. But as I did it, it's just, I know I can do it now.
Now, fans fill out brackets all the time for the teams. Well, what about the players? Who is going to show up for this Wildcats team to lead them in the SEC tournament and beyond? Well, we will find out starting tomorrow night. In Nashville, I'm Brian Milam, WYMT Mountain News.
All right, thank you, Brian. We'll have more from him coming up later on in sports.